Hello, my name is Gary Tice Jr. and welcome to the evolution of my D&D campaign. The first thing I would like to discuss about my campaign is the fact that the setting is in Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, some Dark Souls 2 elements, and some Dark Souls 1 elements. I myself is a Soulborne player. I like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all the games associated. I wanted to create a campaign that represented that aspect of video gaming that I so much enjoy. Turns out that people, my players, also to enjoy the game. I run the game every Saturday from 1 to whenever we are done. Usually the earliest is about 6 p.m. The latest is about 9 or 10 p.m. I think we have been, due to other games, we have constricted it back down to 6. So we have time to play other campaigns that we all are in. In my campaign setting, the world is called Fiona. And the evolution of Fiona starts 2 years ago when I was running a game for a anime convention at a local college. It lasted about 8 hours. And in that 8 hours, I ran a bunch of different campaigns. Someone pulled the fire alarm, of course. And at that point, because I ran something I found online, I ran the Forgotten Realms. I had the starter kit, which I was running for my family that they wanted to play, and they played whenever, and I got stuck doing DM while they played the game. That's just how it went. But at that point, I felt like, you know what? I could run D&D, but I have to have it to be my own campaign. I had to make my own setting. I enjoy modules, and buying a module is easy. It's easy for your first time as a DM because there's not much there to do. There's a world already there created. All you have to do is lay out the maps, set it up, and you're pretty much set. But I wanted to make my own world. And I will take you through that journey. A 2-year journey of how I went from just one little idea to a full campaign. So welcome to my channel. I am Gary Tice, and this is the evolution of my D&D campaign world. And with that, I would like to start off by how I decided to get it done. Now, when I was playing Dark Souls 3, the last expansion, if you beat the game, you beat that expansion, there's a painter. She is there to paint a world, a cold and dark, gentle place. In that moment right there, I thought, as I played it for about the 14th time, I'm like, what if my world, my D&D campaign setting, was that cold, dark, gentle place that she's talking about? So I decided, you know what? All right, fine, I have a basis. If anyone wants to know, well, how did you get this Bloodborne, Dark Souls world put together? The painter said she was painting a world of a cold, dark, gentle place. That is how my world was created. The flow of time itself is convoluted. That's a Dark Souls reference. And good old Solaire. Praise the sun. That'll be a fun episode. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Anyway, so at that point, I came up with a generic name. I named it basically Londor, and that was going to be the name of it. And then I started typing out, well, this is how the world goes. And then blah, 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 blah. I started typing out. Because the first thing I decided to do, you know what, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to type out what I want this to be. However, at that point, I had to scratch it. It didn't sound good. It was not the best. So I scratched that and I started over. Each evolution of it. And I will have in the description box, or the doodly-doo, as others would say if they're talking about D&D on YouTube, I will have a description of what my world is currently right now. And that you all see how it evolved into just, you know what? The Soulborn series is over, basically. You're not collecting souls in the game. The souls, I wanted to try to integrate soul collecting or getting blood echoes. It doesn't work with D&D, because I wanted it to be a D&D campaign. I didn't want it to be a bloodborne, soulsborne, straight soulsborne RPG campaign. That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for a D&D campaign. So I had to scratch it. I did add insight at the end, so they still can collect insight. I still kept some of the boss weapons from both Bloodborne and Dark Souls. So some of them have both. Some of my players have Dark Souls weapons and Bloodborne weapons. And I'll get on a topic about how I give out weapons and all the stuff that's going on. Because I also, in my campaign, I said this is a very heavily magical world. I wanted it to make sure that, you know what, as long as you're good, you can cast magic, basically. I mean, in Souls, all you need is intelligence to become a sorcerer, you know. And if you want to do pyromancy and faith builds, we'll get on that topic. You have to have both faith or intelligence. So, you know, I just made it like, you know what, heavily magic. My whole startup at the end of it was you had one uncommon magical item in your inventory, and that was the start of my campaign. And that I've started about 3 months ago, and I've been running it so far. My players are up to level 10 now, and like I said, this will be the discussion of how I started off, how I got it done, how I'm continuing to evolve it. I went through several different map creators because I was looking for different type of programs that I could create maps. Because the one thing I wanted to make sure I had maps. Maps were one thing I wanted. So I saw a bunch of different map creators. I found the one I liked. I'll have a link to them down in the description box. But basically, after I got the name, because the name was important, I started to write down the story, and then I created what is now known as Fiona. Like I said, once again, I'll bring you on this 2-year journey of mine, and it'll be fun because it's more than 2 years, because now there's 3 months involved. There's things I would like to discuss about what's going in my campaign right now, and some things that I had to add, different races I've added into the campaign, just to make it feel a little eerier, if that makes sense. But I'll save that for another video. Till next time, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, hit that bell, and till next time, see you later.